Hi everyone. In this video, I'm going to show a brief demonstration on how to use BambooBrain, a web application that leverages AI agents to learn Mandarin. So firstly, you should do sign in or sign up to the platform. And I also provided the single sign-on options, which you can use either Google or Microsoft to sign in. But in this demo, I will just use the basic method, which is inputting the email and password to log in. So after you enter the platform, you can see the dashboard. So in the dashboard, you can see some basic information like your current stage of Mandarin and then your weekly streak and some quick actions, which is uploaded new files and see some recent documents that you just uploaded. And there's also the progress on how well or how many characters that you have learned. And the most important part actually is in the library page, which you can input any Mandarin documents here, and the system will extract the Chinese characters that is provided in your documents. And the document here can be either PDF, PPT, videos, or audio recordings. So here, let's just try to upload one of the PDF that I have. So after the document is uploaded, it will be appear in the archive section, and you can just click it. As you can see, the text is extracted, and when you hover to the words, you can see the meaning and also the pinning, as well as the HSK level of the new words. And in this vocabulary part, you can see the new words as well as you can click the create deck to create the flashcard decks. So here the flashcard deck has been created, and here you can see the list of words in the deck. And then if you want to remove one of the words, you can just click this one. And if you want to study the deck, you can just click study now. And then if you want to reveal the meaning and the explanations of the words, you can click the show answer or press paste on your keyboard. And here I use the SM2 algorithm to measure how well does the learner understood the new words. So the learner can choose 4 level of their understanding, which is the again hard, good, and easy. It will determine when will the words appear again in the flashcard deck for the next days. Next, we're moving to another important feature in this website, which is generating the quiz. Here you can choose the number of questions and then the question types and the HSK level. Let's just start the quiz directly. And the quiz here is generated by the GPT-4o model. So this is one of the example of multiple choice question. So if we choose the wrong answer, the correct answer will directly reveal. And this is the example of the fill in the blank questions. And if we correctly answer the questions, there will be also a short explanation about the answer. And here is the example of the listening question.
潜伏
If we see the result, it will provide the summary on how well did you do the quiz. And then in the study center page, you can see the total cards that you have learned and then the average mastery and the cards that you should learn today, and as well as the flashcard decks that you have just created. And by the way, you can also create the flashcard deck manually by choosing this option. And then the next feature is the speaking studio. As you know that speaking is the hardest thing in learning language. So I also provide the feature so we can practice speaking in Chinese. Here we can just click the Start New Session, and then you can choose the conversation topic from the suggested list, or you can enter a custom topic by yourself. So let's just choose from the list, and we can click the Start Session.
你家有几个人？
我家有4口人。
4个人，很好。他们是谁？
So as you can see, after you respond to the questions from the AI will also analyze your tone and then your grammar. There will be provide you with some feedback. So if you finished your speaking session, you can just click the end session here. And there will be some summary and some scoring on how well do you do in the speaking session. And if you want to review your conversation, you can just click again on
你
your
家有几个人？
history, and there will be shown the full conversation that you have just done. So another interesting feature is creating a study planner. So you can ask the AI to create the study plan for you. You can just click the create new plan here, and then you choose your current level and your target level. And then you can determine the target date, but it's optional, and your reason why you want to learn Chinese, and then your preferred days of study, as well as your preferred time and the minutes per session, and which scope you want to be more focusing on, like the vocabularies and reading, for example. And you can also sync your study plan to Google Calendar or Microsoft Calendar, but actually this feature is still under development, so we could just skip it for now and just click Generate My Plans. After waiting for a while, the plan is generated. Like as you can see here on the 27th April until 24th of May, the plan is generated. And if you already complete your plan, you can just click the complete button. So the last interesting part is the AI chatbot. So here there are two options of chatbot, which is the Ask Master link is specifically to discuss about your study and your plan, and as well as the Ask About Documents chatbot. It's to ask about your new words that you have just learned from your documents. So in the Ask Masterlink chatbot, you can ask about your statistics, your study status, your progress on this week. For example, let's just choose this. So here the chatbot explains how much time you learn in this week, and then how many flashcards that you have just learned, and then your quiz that you have just complete and the practice speaking sessions. And you can also just ask some follow-up questions if you want to. And now let me just try the next chatbot, which is to ask about the vocabularies or your documents that you have just uploaded. So this is the result. And the chatbot is also providing the underlying documents. And then you will also provide it with some notifications, like after the AI agent updated your plans, and then after it finished process your documents, there will be some notifications provided. And one more thing is that if you haven't used this web app for several times or several days, the AI agent will automatically update your study plans. It will like auto adjusting your plans with your current activity. That's an interesting part on having an agent for tracking your learning. So that's all about it. Thank you for listening. And so hopefully this application will be very helpful for everyone who wants to learn Mandarin especially. Thank you.